Welcome back to the channel, wonderful people. Brian from Apex Detail. We have completed the maintenance cleaning of this Porsche 911 Carrera 4 GTS. Time to hop in and take care of the interior. Again, this is a maintenance cleaning. The way I go about cleaning these and the chemicals I choose and the methods I use will be completely different than had I been detailing a farm truck, which I don't anymore. This is really as dirty as they get. So I'm going to take you through the process, what I use, and how I use it. This is a gorgeous interior, a mix of plush, luxury, and just overall sportiness. I love the colors. I love the micro suede, the Alcantara leather mix with the seats and the steering wheel and the cluster. Just a fun, gorgeous interior. Let's get to it. The first step is a simple step, and I'm going to use forced air to get all the loose grit, dirt, and dust from the top of the car down to the bottom onto the carpet where I can safely vac it up. This way, when I go to make contact and agitate whatever cleaner I choose, it will not scratch into all of these gorgeous surfaces and trim pieces in the interior. Keep the nozzle a couple inches away from the surface so there's no chance of scratching or marring the surface. They do make rubber tips for the end of these nozzles as well. An important part of this process is cleaning out and blowing out the areas in between the patches where the stitches are in the seats. And it doesn't matter if it would be cloth, leather, or Alcantara. As your butt slides in and out of the seats, these patches are rubbing together where they meet, and the wear and tear of having grit in there will wear the materials down. Very important to keep them clean, both you and the customer. Now that we have used forced air to get all of the loose grit, dirt, and material down onto the floor and the carpeting and the lower areas of the car, we can vac it out. That includes the carpeting, floor mats, and the seats. When you get to the seats, could be leather, cloth, or Alcantara, or other materials, just make sure you're careful with the tip of the vacuum attachment. Don't push down hard onto the material. Just lightly get in there and vac up what you have to and get out of there. Save the material, don't do any damage. On the carpeting, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Now we can jump on to the plastic and hard surfaces of the interior, and I will grab the Fireball Ultimate Interior Cleaner. This is a one product for all for me. Takes care of leather, vinyl, plastic, cloth, Alcantara, carpeting, floor mats. And what I'll use on the hard surfaces is a little microfiber applicator like this blue one I have here to massage the product into the areas to get a deep clean, agitate, and then remove with a nice plush clean microfiber. For around the buttons, instruments, and levers of the door panel, I'll grab my soft detailing brush, and these brushes I just reviewed not too long ago. A question that often pops up, how do I know which bristles do what? You could just keep it as simple as this. The lighter the bristles are, the softer they are for softer materials. The darker they are, the dark bristles are stiffer for exterior surfaces. So you can use the lighter bristles for interiors, the darker bristles for exterior use. For the instrument clusters and also any screen in the center console and even some of the black piano finishes, I like to use the Liquid X detailer, perfect for cleaning lightly soiled areas. Now we can get to the microsuede or Alcantara. I'm going to fire up my Chief steamer. I'm going to put an attachment on the end. It's going to be a soft bristled brush. Even though we're going to keep the tip of the steamer a foot or further away from the material, we still want to put an attachment on there. You never know what happens. You can trip, you could slip, you can get bumped, and you protect yourself and the material. We want to run it for a couple minutes and work out all of the moisture from the hose and the nozzle so we get just pure steam, as dry as you can get it. And what I'll do is I'll take a nice clean microfiber, using many of those soft plush microfibers throughout this cleaning process. I'll mist it with the Fireball cleaner once again, and I'll lightly go over the material, working that cleaner into it without oversaturating. This is very important, you do not want to oversaturate or introduce a lot of moisture to the Alcantara. And I'll grab my soft detailing brush, introduce just a little bit of steam, a little bit of the warmth, and just a tiny bit of that moisture from the steamer added to the cleaner is a great combination, agitating with the detail brush and then following up with a dry microfiber. So the material actually feels dry when you're done wiping it with the microfiber. Never gets oversaturated. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about the process, let me know. When it's finished, it does feel natural. It feels subtle and soft. You won't get that stiff kind of porcupine feel from the material itself. It will feel nice and soft and natural. Also, as a finishing touch, you can take your microfiber and brush the fibers of the Alcantara in one direction so it looks uniform for the customer. No lines, guys. No cheesy lines. I mean, whatever works for you, but I don't use any of the lawn mowing lines here in any of the carpeting materials or Alcantara. Just brush it one way. Looks clean, it's dry, subtle, and soft. Let's move to the leather surfaces of the seat and the interior. There, I'm going to grab the Ultimate Leather Wax. It's a coating, has a little bit of SiO2, and that also is from Fireball. This I will actually use on all hard surfaces, leather, vinyl, plastic, and trim. And as I demonstrate here, this angle gives you a good idea that once you're applying it, yeah, it does look a little bit wet, but as you let it cure and you wipe off the excess, it dries looking satin, matte, natural, looks, feels, and smells natural. Another thing I do want to bring up when you're working on these cars, classic cars, antiques, and collectibles, you want to use something that has no dyes, no scents. You want to keep the natural odor of these vehicles, whether it be leather or some people just like the new car smell, which is the adhesives of holding the dash together, gassing into the car. Some people like that. I don't like to remove that or mask it with other odors from cleaners, so we'll use something completely neutral. When I get to the floor mats, I'm going to spray some of the cleaner directly onto the surface or into a microfiber. Work it with my microfiber, no brushes. This really, like I said, I'm not working on a farm truck. Thank goodness I don't have to do that stuff anymore. So it's going to take just a light agitation from a microfiber, and then we can vac it up from there. And you'll see I'll hold up the microfiber. We're getting a little bit of dirt from that area. And finally, we get to those dreaded windows. So I will grab the crystal windows from Tax Systems. And yes, Tax Systems is still available. We just have to order from outside of the country at the moment. I am not completely comfortable with any distributor here in the States yet, so I get mine from Carzilla.ca. I'll put a link down below for the Tax System products. If you still are interested, they are incredible products. It's just unfortunate right now trying to find them and order them. So these cleaners for the windows, the crystal windows, streak-free, ammonia-free, safe for tinted windows. It's effective, safe, and one of my favorites. We're all finished here. I hope this helps. This is just maintenance, cleanings, and visits on the inside and out. Those are some of the methods and products that I use. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Throughout YouTube, you will see different products used, different methods, guys. There are no wrong answers. As long as you're getting the results that puts a smile on your face or your customer's face, stick with it. That will do it for today's video. As usual, I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys stopping by and supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.